So hi everybody and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 90 and in this video we continue with our task player die, because in my last video I said that we can use the widget blueprint, this die effect, but in this video I want to create this widget myself, so yeah, you can create it too. And it's very easy. So what we do is we go back to our code, and instead of using this die effect from the horror engine, we create it. And let's get started. The first thing is we jump into our game folder, then we jump there to our widget folder, and here you can create a folder or what you like, and I create here just it here and right click, and then here we go to user interface here on the bottom, and in user interface we go here to the widget blueprint, we click on it, and we use the user widget here. We use the user widget and then click on it and write widget blueprint or what you like. I write widget blueprint and die animation. All right, then you open this one up. Let's dog it here on top and let's start. The first thing what I want to do is just add a canvas. Canvas is not all time very good, many people say, but I start all time with a canvas. It's a very easy way and a very fast way. And then the next thing what I want to add is text. Let's go here to the palette and write text in it. Text. There are different kind of text. I just add any text. Then after the text you can go here down to the hierarchy and write a better name if you like, and then you go here to the right side of the details panel, and we start here on top with the anchor. You can anchor it in the middle or where you like. In my case it's middle or this one, both are good because the text should be centered anyhow. I make it here with my eyes, but instead of using your eyes you can be more precise if you use here this transform values here, but in my case it's okay. Then the next thing is I want to scale this, so I grab here on the side again. If you want to make it more accurate you can use here the transform values to make it precise. In my case it's okay, I just keep it here and say that will work. The next thing is we go here down and go to the text block and write the text which we like. In my case you died. All right, then the next thing is I want to change here perhaps the color. Let's make it red. The dyed color is red. Okay, then we can go here down a little bit and change here perhaps the size first. A little bit higher, bigger. Yes, that's okay. Well, let's make this one also bigger. Okay, here. All right, this one. And of course you can change here this typeface too. It says bold. Let's call it perhaps light, and it's a little bit thinner. And yeah, then you can see here there are much more settings, but I skip all this one. You should read which you like and tinker it how you think it's best for you. And I just compile and save because we are almost finished. No, we are not finished. We need to add now animation. So we go here on top to the Windows section and select, if it's not already open on your side, this animation. And if you select this animation now, you can see this animation task here on bot comes up. And we start here on at the first block here where it says plus animations. Let's click on this one and call this one here what you like. I call it die animation. Okay, die animation. After you created this one, click on the die animation and you can see now it's all selectable. And then we go here to the middle block here, and there it says track. Let's click on the track and you have here options. And we need now normally the one, if you have selected the object here, it should be visible here. So it must be clicked first here. And when you click track, one of this text is, I think this one here, I don't know. Just test it out which one. I test the first one. And then after you click this one, rename that what you like. I keep it. And then select this one again. After you selected this one, you can go here to the right side, because now this is the animation which we want to add here for this text. Here it says on the right side is a plus sign. So if I'm not hovering over, it's just a plus. So you go to the plus, it says track, click on it, and here you have different options. All these options which are now available here can be animated. So animated means we can add keyframes. I will show you this in a moment. You can read this in the description. In my case, I want just made a fade in animation, which means it is first invisible and later it is visible. And to do this, I make this with this color and opacity, but of course you can make like transform animation, which means the text here comes from the right side or top down and so on. There are many things what you can do. Feel free to try what you like. So, and in my case, I take here color and opacity because this is a very easy solution to make it invisible and visible. So after I selected this one, I click on this one, the color and opacity, and I have here a drop down, and you can see this is just RGB colors, red, blue, green, or something, no, red, green, blue. And then we have here an A. A stands for alpha, which means we can make it invisible. So this A, alpha, this is the part which I just need because I can set it to 0, which is invisible, or 1 is full visible. So you can see I select first 0, now it's invisible. Important is now here on the right side, the last block where we have a timeline. The first timeline, it starts on 0, 0, that's good. And when you have now this one here, there are some keys. For example, you see these middle circles here. These are the keys. Instead of pressing all the one by one, you can just press here on top the middle one, and all this one is selected. Careful, it's not visible right now here, but they are all selected. Then this is our start point. As my start point is invisible, perfect. And let's say after 2 seconds, around here, I think, I don't know, these are 2 seconds, right? You have to check this, but I think they are 2 seconds. You get here, grab the handle, drag it to the 2 seconds, and here I want that this text is not full visible, but almost, let's say half visible. And like I said, 0 is invisible, 1 is full visible, and if you want make it half visible, you make it 0.5, for example. I write here 0.5. You can see it's not full visible, but okay. And again, we have here the circles. Instead of clicking all one by one on top, this middle circle, it sets all the keys. And now you can see this key are all set, even we could not see it before. And I say, okay, my timeline should go till 4, for example. Here are 4 seconds. All right. Again, first I drag it there. Then I set now it full visible is 1 in my case, and I set here the circle again, which is my keys for all. It's dead. Then you compile save because that's it. Of course, you can test this here. You can just take here the handle and move it around, but of course you can use also here the play buttons. Here on the button in the middle block we have here play buttons, and this is the result. So we are almost finished with our widget, and of course you can make here many other things too. For example, if you want to make the background red, fade in, and all this kind of stuff. This is the same way here, just you go here, add drag, and make here, for example, instead of text, a picture or whatever you like. But we are not finished. We are just finished with the widget. We have to call this one. Okay, let's go and call this. So what you do is you find the place where you want to call it. In my case, I want just replace this already widget which was created in the last video with our ones, and the way is very easy. It is the standard way to call widgets actually, but with one little step more. First of all, just create a widget. This is the standard way. We just create a widget because the widget which we have created here must be added to the viewport. So first we create a widget, right? Create widget, and then select the widget which we just created. This is WB die animation. Okay, WB die animation. There is it. And then again, we add it to the viewport. After we created this one, we have to add it to the viewport. Add viewport. This is all time the same. There is also add player screen if you make something like split screen, but in general we use this add to viewport. And now we need one more step because we want to play this animation, and I want to call this animation separately here. So you have just to get it, and you have to get it from here because here I create my widget. I drag here out and I can call this animation which I created. But let me show you this fast. When we switch here to the graph, here the graph section here has here on the left side, you can see one more entry, and this is the animation entry, and this one here is callable. right? You can call it here in the widget, but this one is also callable outside. You can see it's exposed on spawn. So we can do this here as well. So we can get here and write die animation. In my case, get here when I write die, it says here on the bottom animation section, get die animation. And we can just play it, play animation, for example, like I did here. Here we have to write play animation, and there are different kind of animation. You can play it normal, forward, reward, and all this kind of stuff. You can read this through. I make here for this test purposes just play animation. Then you just connect it, and the target, yes, the target is also very important, because here I'm in my horror character, so I can't use the self here. This one is not working. So we have to grab it here from here again and put it here, or you make just here promote this one to our variable. So you can also use, instead of doing this all time this way, just with variables. And let's do this one. So let's do so. That was not that what I wanted. But okay, you see. So after this, we are almost finished. We are actually, I think we are finished. We are not almost finished. We are finished. We can test this. We can compile, save. And here, of course, are more settings which you can change. For example, you can here even select forward, backward. That's also very nice. But in my case, I have just to connect it to the other place, which was before. And now you did it. And this was my just test purposes, which I did last time. This is the thing what we did. And now you compile and save this. And then you go to your place, right click, play. Let's see if I find it. And you see this, you died, I created now, and it's not even centered because I have to center it a little bit more, but you see it works. And you can do this, of course, with many things. Let me show you this one as well, the original one. The original one here got even a little bit more because he faded also the background, I think. And you can make so much with this one. It's very easy, very powerful. That's very nice. You can see how fast I created this one. It's not very big deal, but of course this one is the original one. You can see it's fading also a little bit the background red, right? So he made a little bit more animations, but not that much more. But you see, that was it already. I hope you liked it, and we will do a little bit more here because I think, yeah, I will see. So if you have any questions like all time, write in the comment sections. And with that said, that was it for this video. Have fun, never give up, and bye.